and welcome back to A Small Geeky Chica Figures. Today we're continuing with our Nendoroid Collection series with entry number 53, Luke Skywalker from Star Wars, Nendoroid number 933. So even though Luke is the original protagonist of Star Wars, he is the very last Star Wars Nendoroid that I have. We've seen Leia, we've seen Rey, and we've seen BB-8. And so now we're going to finish with good old Luke in his outfit, which I think it's based off the original Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. And it looked like some of the pieces have definitely moved around while it's been in storage. This is definitely not his main face, but it was the last one I was using when I did take a couple of pictures of this little dude. So let's take a closer look at some of his poses. He has a more serious face and he has the open mouth face. And it looks like that might be it. It looks like he might have two faces. He has his lightsaber, and then he has a little model of his home on Tatooine. And yeah, that seems to be about it. He seems to be very simple Nendoroid, but it looks like he might have articulated arms, so he's more one of those that are more like an action figure, as well as his legs. So yeah, let's get this boy out of his box and take a closer look then. So it doesn't say on the box, but I just wanted to take out his backdrop because it is pretty cool. It's not just a standard color like some of the other ones we've seen where I don't usually take them out of his box because there's nothing to see. But this one actually has a backdrop of Tatooine. What was it? Tucson planet. Very sandy, that sky that I've seen in the movies. So you could totally use this as a backdrop for some pictures. It doesn't look like it comes with its own little stand to hold them, like some of the high-Q ones that I have. But if you have another Nendoroid that has one of those little holders for the stand, you can definitely just use that with this. I'm like 99% sure it will work exactly the same because it's just another backdrop like those ones. I'm mentioning if you watch my high-Q ones of Kageyama and Hinata, where they are not wearing their volleyball uniforms, when they're just wearing like sweats. Yeah, they have backgrounds like that. And also my Oikawa in his school uniform. So they have pieces like that you can use to hold up their backdrops. And I'm going to put this back in the box for now. Sometimes the boxes mention that you can do that, but this one did not. Anyway, let's take a look at his booklet. Let's put it in the English side. And then we can see he has his two faces, his lightsaber, his little home, a little like patch of dirt, sand. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hand parts in the typical spare joint and brace and stand. Very, very simple set of items for this Nendoroid. It does give you a little bit of extra description on how to put on the lightsaber, and then I guess it has a little pouch that you can swap in and out. Wonder what that is for. I guess you can put his binoculars either on him or in his hand. So we'll see that once we actually open it up. So let's get him out of here. As you can see, he's definitely moved around a lot. Put everything in its original position. This goes here. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure this probably goes into there, and it is the binoculars, and then he has them in his hand right there. So let's grab Luke himself. And there's the boy. Let's put his not yelling face on. Let's close that mouth before he gets any bugs in there. This one, yeah, because this looks like it says maybe face 1. Yeah, this one says 2. So this is his standard face. If you ever buy him, he'll come in with this face on. So there is Luke. I'm surprised he doesn't have like a more like smiley face. He's very serious or he's fighting. But anyway, he has his articulated arms, as you can see. They bend and move around. So you can have him in fighting poses. A lot like the My Hero Academia Nendoroids, and as well as what I think some of the Full Metal Alchemist one, I think also has arms like this, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they're a little stiff, but not too bad. And remember, it all depends on how often you take them out and use them and move them around. His legs also have joints on the knees, so you can put him in different positions, getting him ready to fight. I feel like his neck is not all the way in. Poke it out and then hit it. Sometimes these Nendoroids, it's hard to get their neck pieces back in when you take them out because they just want to like move around. So like I feel like his neck doesn't go all the way in. I don't know if that's just mine or if this Nendoroid in general, you can see the little plug in there kind of poking out, which they don't always. Usually it goes more in. So anywho, then we have his lightsaber. It's very simple. It's just the one. It doesn't have any special effects. It's right there. And then you saw me earlier fussing with this one, but this is his home at the beginning of A New Hope with his uncle and aunt. And he has a little plug right there, so you can put it on the stand. And the stand is not a clear one. It is supposed to look like sand, so it's that like sandy yellow gray color that matches. So you can put this in one of these ones like that, and you can pose them in front of it. And we're just gonna put that back there. And then this also has a little plug that goes at the corner, and you line it up, and then you can kind of see there is a foot indent right there, so you can make it seem like he is standing in the sand. So you align it right there, like one of the poses that was on the box. Let's see. And then, as we saw earlier, we have his hand that has his binoculars, which I'm pretty sure does not come apart. Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't come apart, and then I totally took it apart. I thought this held together since it came together, but it looks like it does actually have a little nudge right there. So you can take it off if you need to, although I don't see why you would, because there would be nothing else that you would use it for. Let's see. Then he has one hand that is just a fist. It doesn't have anything else it holds. And then his other matching fist. And then he has this hand, which I'm assuming is the one that holds the lightsaber. So earlier I said he had 5 extra hands, but I think I misread that. This G part is his binoculars that you can put on the back of him to make it seem like he's carrying them. Let's see if we can see that demonstrated. Oh, it looks like you can just push binoculars there. Yeah, right there. Interesting. So this hand will hold the lightsaber, but let's take a closer look at that. Let's move his arms out of the way. So there is a part in here. Oh, there goes his arm. That comes off. It's not this one. Is it this one? Yeah. So this part will come off. It seems very, very precarious to be there, to be honest. And does this come off? Does this go in like that? Does the belt come off? Let's just take off his body. Oh yeah. So I guess this belt buckle comes off, goes there, and then you put this here, this way, know if you can see me doing that. And then that is like that. So was this supposed to come off? Did this break off? I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's take him back out because it's harder with him there. Yeah, I'm starting to think this wasn't supposed to come off. It just broke. But it does fit back in there. Yeah, I don't think that was actually supposed to come out. Take a look. Yeah, this was indicating the belt loop right there. So this piece just broke off. It's kind of holding there right now, but I would probably take some super glue and glue this back on. Later, off camera. I didn't see it. This is why you have to be careful with your Nendoroids. I didn't even mean to. It just came off so easily. And I left a little nudge looking like, oh, it might come off normally. But yeah, that is not supposed to come off. And yeah, so I'll probably put some, like it mainly holds back in there. So just put on some super glue, should be fine. I am gonna take this piece back off though and just leave his normal belt. Well, except I might keep it on so we can do, maybe not necessarily this pose, but him with the lightsaber and the goggles. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it like this and hopefully pray and hope that that piece does not come off while we're taking some photos later. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. You'll definitely see it in the thumbnail image. I'll make sure to keep this while we're taking photos and doing the spins, but I gotta be very careful not to lose it. So I'm just gonna put it in here for now while we try to put his lightsaber in his hand. So this looks like we'll just keep this as his regular arm, and his shoulder is definitely not in there. There we go. Oh, this is interesting. It has the nuts like this, but it also goes in like that. Like, I don't know if you can see very well, but it is not how they usually look. So it's almost like they're double secure in there, but it still fell out. So I don't know how secured you could say. Anyway, let's remove this hand. And grab his lightsaber hand. Grab his lightsaber. Put his face back in there. And let's see how he holds it. Like this. Yeah, it looks like it would be like this. And there we go. Lightsaber hand. And then we're gonna put it in there. It's a little tough. And no, I want it the other way. There we go. No. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do want it this way. But I think that that's supposed to go on the inside, right? This is supposed to be. There we go. How are we gonna make Luke pose? Twist his hand a little bit. Not hate it when you want to twist the hand and then the shoulder twist, and you're like, no, not the shoulder, just the hand, please. And I think we'll pose him like this. Maybe we'll adjust his feet a little bit, but other than that, we will post Luke like this. So that was interesting. I accidentally broke him. I didn't even mean to. I didn't even use a lot of force. I was just like, oh, maybe this is the way it comes out. Boop, it came out. And it wasn't supposed to. But it's a very easy fix with some super glue. And I do have a couple of Nendoroids besides Luke now that I need to fix. I just bought some super glue the other day. So maybe I'll make a video of me fixing some Nendoroids and Nendoroid dolls. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you considered liking and subscribing. I post Nendoroid Collection videos or blind box unboxing videos every Friday at 11 a.m. We still have so many more Nendoroids to go through. So if you are enjoying this series, I hope you stick around. But unfortunately, this is my last Star Wars Nendoroid. So I do have, like I mentioned, 3 other Star Wars Nendoroid videos, so if you want to check those out, please go ahead. But yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot more of Haikyuu, some more Harvey Sakura, we definitely have Persona coming up more, we've only opened Morgana, but I have the whole crew to come. And so we're going to get started with that series. I also have a stationery shop. So I have a stationery shop YouTube, which is A Small Geeky Chica, no figures. And then I have my website where I sell my stationery, which is asmallgeekychica.com. I sell a lot of my own designs of stickers, washi tape, sticker sheets, and stuff like that, as well as some Japanese stationery and stationery from other local artists to could be California, could be the entire United States, to the Bay Area. You never know. I do try to find a lot of artists that I would like to add them to my website, but I'm also trying to expand, like I said, to more Japanese stationery. So if you like just stationery and all those kinds of goods, I hope you would consider checking out my website. I ship to anywhere in the United States. But that's it for today. I hope to see you next week with our next Nendoroid unboxing. See you next time. Bye bye.